Man, this song feels so good. Oh, sorry, my bad. I was just listening to some summer vibe music to get me into that summer spirit. Hello, guys. My name is Marco. Hope you guys like my background. So there's that. So how are you guys doing? Doing good? Guess what? Life is doing good, right? So here's the thing. On this video, what I'm going to be doing is, at first, I saw a couple of videos of people design. My phone just went off or whatever. I saw a couple of videos of people designing some Jordan 1s, and I thought, wow, that's a very good idea. I would love to do that. I make art. I would like to art design in the future. The problem is that Jordan 1s are kind of like, it's hard to come by, so I had to find something else. Then I went to my local Walmart and I ended up finding this pair of shoe. It looks like this. It looks pretty damn cool. It looks solid. This is a women's size shoe, so here's the thing. So if you're a guy, if you want to rock these things out, wear a size up, and they kind of resemble a little bit of the the Air Force Ones, all white. Originally, I wanted to put the Nike swoosh on it, but then I was like, why don't I just create my own shoe? So there's that. By the way, I would like to put a disclaimer here. I'm a beginner at this, so I'm not an expert at this, and then also, I'm not gonna sell this. So this is just for me for practicing, and also getting a shoe like this. Since this shoe costs only 14 bucks, it's really cheap, so you can learn the process of designing, customizing a shoe instead of paying a whole bunch of money for some, like paying 80 bucks for Air Force Ones when you're barely learning. This is a great shoe to do it with. These are the Time and True type of shoe. So there's that. Okay, so yeah, so let's begin customizing, or more like, making my own shoe. Okay, so the first thing to do when it comes to designing a shoe is I need to start planning out, do a sketch, how the shoe is going to look like and all these things. The first thing I did is that I drew this shoe onto a piece of paper, and that's one of the things I decided to do. And then once I got that thing done, then I ended up, I ended up going to Pinterest, because this is where I love to go to. You could do anything. You could look at magazines, you could do whatever. You just want to find information, you want to find creativity, you want to find things that will get you thinking, and makes you want to be like, have ideas on how I'm going to design this shoe. Okay, so one of the things I really wanted to do is I picked the symbol. I want to pick symbols, because like the Nike symbol, there's a Nike symbol. The Adidas, they have their own symbol, Puma, etc. and etc. right? So one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of like do an eye, because to me, I'm a huge fan of eyes, because it's one of those things that I know how to draw really well, and it's also one of those things that you can actually put a bunch of color to it, and there's more to that, and I feel like that looks really beautiful, so I like that, so I decided to do an eye. The second thing I decided to do is I wanted to color it in. When it comes to the eye, I wanted to pick, okay, what exactly am I going to color this? So one of the things I love a lot is the color gradient of a sunset. So I decided to use that color scheme into the eyeballs to make it look like the eyes are actually looking at a sunset, how beautiful it is. So that's what I did, right? But at the same time, I wanted the eye to be more, cartoonish, because I'm a huge fan of like Disney cartoons and stuff like that. So I decided to do something like that. I'm a huge fan of Disney, right? Huge Disney fan. I'm a huge fan of Disney, but I'm not, that's not the only thing I'm a huge fan of. I also like some other stuff. Also some adult cartoons and stuff like that, okay? So I know some people are like, this and that. I'm like, I don't just primarily love Disney. I also love other stuff. And also one of my favorite stuff that I really do like are not from Disney. So there's that. So that's what I did with the eye. Now, when it came to the eye, one of the things I did do, I painted the rim around the eye, give it like a blue stroke or something like that. The reason why I did that, because there's some Space Jam Nike Air Force One that are about to come out. I don't know if they came out already, where the swoosh is actually like a blue color, and I really do love that. so I got the inspiration for that. And also, like, the other thing that I also did is I ended up, like, in the back, I know it says KO on the back, kind of looks like a KO thing, but it's supposed to say Marco. But one of the things I did is that, you know, one of the things when it comes to design is that I wanted to, because there's a version of an Air Force Ones that do have like a little, like a small little, it looks like a tape or something like that, and I really do like that. So I decided to put that in the back, and then it says KO, but it's supposed to say Marco, but that's like the other side of it. And also the last part I did was actually I put a strip of blue and red, you know, right here at this part. The reason why I did that, because you know how you have those American or like those type of socks which are blue, and then they're also all like are red, and I kind of like that, so I wanted to put that once to see how it looked. So there's that. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys the finishing sketch, which looks like this. This is the sketch of my shoe, right? Right here looks like this because one of the paint that I used, the marker, actually bleed into that. So there's that, and there's the sketch, and then I'd say color it in. Certain things. Here's the eye that I have. The shoe right here, I wrote this. It says Marco with the little blue line, because that one's gonna be the tab. You know, the front tab that they have. Right here is a teardrop. This is supposed to be like a teardrop mixed with it's supposed to resemble a teardrop, also rain, also like the summer ocean or something like that. It resembles all that stuff because I feel like I need it. And this is KO. It's supposed to be Marco, but it's like the other side, because Marco's gonna be all the way in the back, and this is what it is. And this part right here, this is something that I'm thinking about doing, but like on the other side, because it's supposed to look like a wink. I think that will look pretty cool, so there's something I want to do. And there's that, and that's basically my design. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut it out and do, I mean, I should make this into like a real life product, which I love a lot. Okay, so one of the things I noticed on my sketch is that there's the eyeball, there's the tab, and then also there's this small little strip, you know, that I really do like. And those are the things that I really want to like stand out. I don't want to like sketch them out. I don't want to like have them just drawn out, sketch them out. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get fabric, and I'm going to cut out a piece of this, a piece of this. But in order for me to do that, in order to start me trying to cut fabric, stuff like that, I need to kind of like put it into a piece of paper so I will see, you know, how it's gonna look like, you know, before I put it into it. So one of the things I did is that I did cut out a piece of paper like this, so then I can kind of measure it on the back so I can see how that will look like. And I'm just gonna see that kind of like that. And I also did the same thing but with the shape of this eye, which is gonna be right here, just like that. So now when I got done doing that, which I was finalized with that option, I ended up putting these two, and I ended up tracing them into a piece of fabric. Well, personally, it wasn't fabric. Actually, the material that I actually got it from a Goodwill. It was very cheap, and that's why I got it for. But the problem is that wasn't really the best. So I would recommend going to a fabric store and stuff like that. That's what I recommend doing, because this type of material wasn't a great, and this is how this material looks like. So there's that. That's what I did. So now what I'm gonna do is that, how am I gonna get this and then paste it onto the shoe or put it into it? Well, the most logical thing is probably sewing it, which is one method that I wish I could do, but I don't know how to sew. So one of the things I'm gonna be using is this product called contact cement. Okay, so this is how the product looks like. It looks like this. You can get these at Walmart. You can also get this at Home Depot if you want. It costs like around $4 to $5. This is where I got it. The good side of it, it comes with a brush. You have to worry about it. The second thing that you need to understand about this product is that it does smell. Okay, so make sure you do it outside. So one of the things I'm gonna do, and this is how this product works, is that I'm actually going to put some of this. I'm gonna put that glue onto this on one side. That's what I'm gonna do. And after that, I'm gonna go ahead and wait until it gets dry. And you're probably thinking, why am I gonna wait till it gets dry? Because that's how this product works. This is how contact cement works. And make sure it says contact cement, because there's some other product out there that says something cement. you know, and it's not it. And so there's that. So make sure it looks like this. As you can see that, so there's that. Okay, now basically you're doing the opposite of what glue's supposed to be. A lot of people, when they're gonna glue something, they put glue on it and they stick it and they wait until it gets dry and it sticks. This one's the opposite. You kind of have to put glue on it, wait until it gets dry, and then put it into the place you're gonna put it. But note this: once you put it there, it's stuck in there. You cannot remove it anymore because it's fused in there. So make sure you're careful. Make sure you think about it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Once that piece, once these two pieces got dried already, what's it called? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick it onto here. And the way you know that these things are dried is once it gets dry, you can just touch where the glue is. And if it's dry, then it's good. And I'm just gonna put it into it, make sure I measure and stuff like that, and do all that good stuff and all that stuff. So now that I got that all glued in onto the shoe, what I'm gonna do now is start the painting process. So I started painting what I did in my sketch. You know, I think it's gonna look really cool. I started doing the eyes, stuff like that. One of the things I started doing first is that I started painting the lighter colors, and then I went with the darker colors. Okay, so the markers I'm going to be using to actually paint this is going to be these ones right here. These are Posca markers. These markers are really great. They look like this. I mean, the camera can pick it up. They look like that, like this, like this. Basically, this is like acrylic on a pen, or like a spray can on a pen, because you gotta shake them. Here's the thing. This is how the nib looks like. It looks like this. It looks very, very cool. It's not in focus, but there's that. It looks very cool. And basically what I had to do is that this tip is going to be white once you purchase them, and then you just shake them, and then once you shake them, you put them into your paper, and you wait until like that paint goes into it, and you're going to start seeing it, and it's going to turn into the color of your marker. And these things are really great. There's many different sizes. I have the black one, which is much more smaller, and these cost like on $3.99 depending on which one you get. I get these ones $3.99 to $2.99 or something like that. I'm not quite sure. I would recommend getting the actual set because that could be a lot cheaper, but you know, I got my individual, but that's up to you. Okay, so now I'm going to start painting this thing. Okay, so on the back, basically what it is that I'm actually going to write down my name with this, with the black one right here, which is much more smaller one. Now this one right here, the way the font size I decided to go with, you guys know, there's a game called Cyberpunk. I made a logo of that with my name on it. The same font style. I really do like it. But then after that, I wanted to kind of change it up a little bit to make it look more unique, more like my type of style, or my take on how I would like it to be, and that's how I decided to do it. So it does have a little reminiscent of that Cyberpunk, but then it also has a little bit of something else that I decided to do, specifically the two lines on the side, and I think it came out looking pretty good. Okay, so I just got done doing the shoes. I'm gonna show you guys how they look like. They look like this. That's how it looked like. That's the finishing product. I was working on it for this for a while, but I never came around to finishing it. Also, never ended up finishing the editing. So all that a bit that you guys were watching of me explaining how I made these shoes, I actually filmed with my other camera, and later on in the process, I got this brand new camera. So these are the shoes. This one has the eye on it, which is pretty cool. The sunset eye with a little bit of an what's it called? A stroke of blue. Has these two little lines right here. The back, it says my name on it. I don't know if you can see that. It's Marco with like the Cyberpunk 2077 style, but then also I added this line so it doesn't look like it. you know, it kind of makes it my own little style, like, you know, like the font or something like that, and it has my tab on it, stuff like that. Yeah, so there's that. I really did enjoy this shoe. Like I said, I feel like if you're gonna start customizing a shoe, this one is the way to go because it's a lot cheaper. So there's that. And I also did the box for it. The box is blue. It's supposed to be like clouds and all that stuff. That's what's like that. I got an Adidas box. You can see from the bottom. And then also like I painted it like a light blue, and I just put a small little like sprays of white. So there's that. And then I also did the eye on it. Yeah, Marco. So there's that. It looks really good. I really do like it. This is a nice, cool little nice ideal thing that I did. And they look good and they fit great inside here, and they look great. There's that. And I really do enjoy. This was a really interesting experience for me. Would I ever want to make this shoe into reality? Maybe, because before I do this, I do need to do other stuff. If I really want to do that, it's just an idea that I have. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys liked it. Sorry for being so long. And yeah, this is supposed to be my summer shoot, but then I'm posting this on August. So I hate that. I hate when I have a video idea and it takes so long to do it and I actually don't finish it. That's why I need to start coming up with a schedule plan so I can just do it. That's about it. Hope you guys have one for today. See you guys later. And hope you guys like my shoe. Bye. And have fun customizing your own, what's it called? Time and true shoe. And it's also a memory foam for some reason. It's good.